This song is, I'm becoming obsessed. It's called The Muscle of the Night. But then I'm going to read maybe 10 pages from July of last year and make some comments. And screw around. Okay. Searching for a deeper way. It's my crystal skull, it's my pure white gold, it's my sunken hull, it's my crystal skull. The earth reveals a mystery. It's my ocean filled with dreams of light, while a tide of madness melts the night, shining up from the bottom. An angel dreams alive to dance your concealment in the garden of midnight. Love is the muscle of magic. Out. The breathing of thunder beneath the boiling black moon of deep love is the muscle of the night, the stallion of whispers here to hold you forever in love is the muscle of silence. She dreams the holy lava of love. What happened there? Searching for a deeper way. It's my crystal skull, it's my pure white gold, it's my sunken hull, it's my crystal skull. The earth reveals a mystery. It's my ocean filled with dreams of light, while a tide of madness melts the night, shining up from the bottom. An angel dreams alive. She says, here is your heart, now play your part. Here is your crystal heart, all mysterious and new. Be from beyond the realms of death. Now it's up to you. So that's the muscle of the night, which I can never do correctly. Now we're going to get into, this is called the person, and it's very obtuse and impossible to understand with a linear mind. That's what it's supposed to be, though. Shall we do this one? This mantra of moongaggle in perpetual motion is the annihilation of desiring something. And this mind on fire with its oceanic seed pods of expanding black vortex has become a netting mechanism for magic. And the cruelty of humans is no longer relevant. And this dance of data is a jungle meltwire, and the memory is a symphonic strainer of cult gaggle, and the madness of heaven is our daily begging bowl. And this railroad trestle in the moonlight is tantric, and the quaver of the choir of doom is the tangible heroic note of dysfunctional love. And we stand to lose everything, but we stand to gain the only thing. And this army of demons is a pathetic display of the common political thief, and all is well. That's called the person. That's number 13. Here's number 17. It's called, If You Haven't Got It, You Haven't Got It. We have to invent something new for this one. Let's see what we can do here. There's a note. The ferocity of deeper than danger is the calculated omission of true love's rampage against the prosaic banality of lesser everything. And the soul must become naked. And shivering and on its knees. In final desperation. Before the golden altar of its very own self. Because rather than its better moments of higher contemplation, and its dreams of some other higher state of grace, or something it read about in holy books, or saw personified in some beautifully packaged celebration. It's the daily and hourly habit of a lifetime which determines its unified totality of reality, or in other words, if you haven't got it, you haven't got it. And your final, total reality and salvation is on your knees before the nothingness of your very self, which is your very own creation. And no external thing, person, idea, culture, religion, connection, or idyllic reflection will even exist. And there will be absolutely nothing but your very self before the altar of the totality of your own nothingness. And if you haven't got it, you haven't got it. I think that's cute. This is kind of based on something Christ said in the Apocrypha, which leads to another discussion, actually. And what he said was, let's get some light on the subject. That which I have told you to find within yourself, the finding of it will save you, the not finding of it will destroy you. And the discussion this leads to is, why did they remove that? And of course, the reason they removed that is, he said that you must find within your very self, not within the church, not within me, meaning Christ, his personality. Nothing external. No. But so why did they remove it? For power, which was that which corrupted the church. So it was a bad idea. And it's still going on. Okay. Now we have to move along here. This is page 20, or number 20, I should say. It's called When Love Comes Home to Be Happy. Oh, we need some happy music here. How about... I'm getting stuck in the music. We don't need music. And the nothingness of the universe is the nothingness of love and the everythingness of the universe is the everythingness of love. And the nature of things is that they have to interconnect. They're always bound by this. They are never free. Well, the nature of love is that it is entirely free of things. And love loves an absolute vacuum, because love comes into its own in a vacuum, and love thrives in a vacuum. And nothing else can live in a vacuum. And all excuse me, I can't read that up there. But love attains completion in a vacuum. And love attains its absolute perfection in a vacuum. And all the paradoxes attain their final resolution, and all things begin to glow from within when love comes home to be happy. Which is what that page was called, When Love Comes Home to Be Happy. Oh, we're still happy. This is number 28, The Happy Observer. Let's change something here. I can't make up music and read this all at the same time. Here we are, and the silence is precious, and words are sweet little flakes of magical nothingness, and they come floating down from the great gray everythingness of language, dreaming its gods and its devils, into the perpetual wintry heavens of human desire. And I catch them on my tongue, and they turn into pictures in a mind which is dreaming of a beautiful silence. There, that was nice and short. That's called The Happy Observer. This is page 40, and it's called And There Sits Satan Grinning Fiendishly. Now we can play some nasty shit here. So then I dip my mind into the enormity of nothingness, and it's a whole other kind of paradox. It's gigantic beyond comprehension, and yet its actual content is balanced, shivering on the head of a pin. And it's that all of this enormity of volume and mass and the mind of big numbers contains nothing but one tiny, frightened, and hungry little church mouse. And all that it really desires is a hearty meal and to be safe and warm, and it's safe and secure in its warm little bed. And yet then the power base gets a hold of it and turns its nothingness into false ferocity, and then bite its head off. And there sits Satan grinning fiendishly. Now, I don't want Ozzy, if you're listening, to take this literally. Is Ozzy still even alive and kicking? Probably not. Okay, this one is called, this is number 46. Power becomes a circus act of silence. And the noise addiction has refined itself to the point of silence. The noise addiction. And in contemplating the noise of the universe, it is perceived that every creature is listening closely to the noise of its own domain. And yet that here we have come to the very highest domain, the domain of silence. And the domain of silence is the domain of perfection. And the grace of perfection is filled with silence. And then, oddly enough, the grandeur of power seems to be filled with silence as well. And it's as if power is donning the pretense of silence, and by donning the pretense of silence, it thereby insinuates the pretense of perfection. And then by buying the trappings of grace to conceal its inadequacies, power becomes a circus act of silence, which is the title of that page. Power becomes a circus act of silence. Oh, that was number 46. This is number 47. This is called utter nothingness. Let's see what this is all about. And the ferocity of thunder is the daily bread of the mind of silent fire, and the grace of perfection is silence. And the wreckage of failed universes, incapable of producing saints, litter the murky deathbeds of those deepest time trenches where nothing can live. And even the memories of their tragic incompletion and their terminal inadequacies are crushed into nothingness by the pressure of immense time. And I am immensely pleased that this is so, because I hate imperfection with a violent passion. And this is what allows me to finally exist. And I am smiling and happy and benevolently disposed and filled with kindness, because imperfection in the end becomes utter nothingness. And even the devil has ceased to exist. And there's just nothing there at all. And I love utter nothingness. So that was page 47. And here's page 50. It's called Let's Be Positive. This is me trying to be positive. And this is all just the most wonderful stuff, All these words filled with colors and cloudy ideas and midnight calculations, and this goofy little musical universe that I so happily float around in. And all of these meaningless memories of nothing but a total misunderstanding, way down there, where time is moving on time, and karma is grinding away like a road layer, and souls are floundering gracefully forward into the tar pit of power and money and recognition and death, in the bubble bath of generous gratification and cantankerous contradiction and dominance and death, and the anguished uncertainty of duplicity and all the nicey-nice that money can buy, and the comfort of fitting in and belonging somewhere, and being stupidly famous for all the wrong reasons, and final resignation to the idiocy of humanity. Oops, to the idiocy of human creation. And free will, and the devil's will, and God's will, and death. I didn't do that last part right. And the anguished uncertainty of duplicity, and all the nicey-nice that money can buy, and the comfort of fitting in and belonging somewhere, and being stupidly famous for all the wrong reasons, and final resignation to the idiocy of human creation, and free will, and the devil's will, and God's will, and death. That's called Let's Be Positive. That's me being positive and happy. This is called The Annihilator, page 61. Let's see what this is all about.